Welcome to Are We Old? The show featuring two comedians getting nostalgic and tackling life's toughest question. Are we old? Here's your hosts, Mike Fanoia and Charles McBee.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Are We Old? I am your host, one of your hosts, Charles McBee, along with my wonderful co-host, Mr. Mike Fanoia.
Hi, everybody. Welcome.
What's happening, Captain?
Hi, pal.
What's going on, man?
Oh, man. It's good to be here with you.
Y'all make sure that you like, share, subscribe, do all the things. Check us out. Comment. We'll reply to your comments. Email us at areweold@gmail.com. Hit us up. Our phone number is
478-420-0690.
boom.
That's the nostalgia line. You can call and leave us messages about what we're chatting about, things you want us to chat about, or you can just do it in the comments. We're watching. We're always watching. We're like Santa Claus of this shit.
That's right.
Charles and I are both out on the road doing tons of stand-up. All my live dates are at punchup.live/Mike Fanoia. Whoops. You could see it right under here. You'll put it there. Charles?
You can go to charlesmcbee.com and see all my dates there. Got stuff coming up. Be in Hartford, be in Philly, be in Boston, be in Seattle, be in Denver. Some other places coming up, Stanford. So check it out, charlesmcbee.com.
Uncle Travelin' Max over here.
Hey, man, trying to make it happen, man.
You're killing it.
Thank you, brother. You're killing it.
Okay. I want to ask you about a thing. And is this me being old? But I had like a throw up in my mouth, gag. I'm not a germ guy. I don't like germs. Pre-COVID, I was pouring gasoline on my hands.
You were wiping down Cheerios boxes.
Yeah.
Way before it was cool.
Way before. You slurp, I'm gagging.
Yeah.
I don't like that. Like, I don't like when, if I was eating at a restaurant, let's not say a restaurant, but if I'm eating at like a heavy traffic Panera.
Yeah.
Okay. And my fork hits the table, I'm getting another fork. I'm a freak, dude.
Okay. Can I ask a question before we move on?
Mm-hmm.
Are you okay with the fact that, is it a out of sight, out of mind thing? Because even if you go to a foofy-foo restaurant, the shit that goes on in the kitchen.
They're gross.
So are you okay with that knowledge, or are you just like, out of sight, long as I don't?
I think it's out of sight, out of mind.
Okay, all right.
Now, that being said, one of my first jobs out of high school was I drove a truck and delivered food to restaurants and bars.
Uh-huh.
So I was able to see the kitchens.
Mm-hmm.
And whoa, Nelly,
Mm-hmm.
about 90% of the places I went got put on the naughty list, and I did not go to them.
And this is before grades.
Dude, I should have been the guy. Yeah, honestly.
Outside of restaurants.
Good grief,
Yeah.
dude. I would see like daytime restaurant kitchens. Ugh.
Yeah.
Gnarly, dude. And then there were ones that I was like, who would eat at this dump? Immaculate.
Right.
So then I'd start eating at those dumps. You know what I mean? But then there were places where I was like, no.
Mm-hmm.
But I am a little bit of a ick guy. Okay. I saw something that I literally almost like called the health police. I don't know what that is. RFK.
Yep.
There was a young person walking in front of me in New York, and an earbud fell out and it landed on the street.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, right away, I go, now it was there for a minute. It wasn't like a 5-second rule thing. It wasn't like a whatever. It landed. They were like looking around for it and whatever. And it sat there and kind of did a little spin.
Mm-hmm.
And it was sitting in some little gagoots, little schmutz, little city juice.
Right.
A little bit of
a little seasoning. Yeah.
Some garnish.
Yeah. A little marinade.
A little au jus.
Mm-hmm.
And they picked it up, looked at it, kind of did a little look around, and I'm like, they're not gonna do it.
Are they? But aren't they?
Little wipe on the shirt, which now burned the shirt. But they wiped it, looked at it, plop, right back in, 4 inches from the brain. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Now, what I see is you just implanted worms.
Yeah, really are RFK.
Into your... They're on the RFK plan. They put worms in their ears, dude, because who pissed there?
That's how the Ninja Turtles were created.
You're right. No, it's true. Earbuds in the shell.
Yeah.
And they just put it in and went on with their now diseased life.
Yeah.
I almost threw up and peed and pooped and all the things, but I just stood there till a cab beeped at me to get out of the road because I was flabbergasted by the fact that this person. Now, if that was me, I go immediately to my phone and I order new earbuds. I'm sorry. I know it's a spectrum and I'm on one end and that person is on the other, but holy hell.
Mm-hmm.
I watched someone put city juice into their brain via their earbud. Now, I think personally, if you put that earbud, if I could hit pause on life and go, give me that earbud and put it under a microscope and look at the little swimming paisleys that are going around right now on that thing that are now, you just literally gave them a whole landscape,
a whole new world,
wonderful and free to go travel and set up shop in your brain. And now you're going to die because you don't buy another earbud because you had to put a juicy New York City earbud bag. F that noise.
Literally.
That person, F that noise. Yeah.
You can't F that noise now because you don't have an earbud.
Dude,
There's no noise cancellation.
I'm still grossed out by thinking about it. Is that me?
So many things here. There's so many things to work with here. Let's lay this out for a second. Because there's things at play. One, New York City is at play.
Yes.
Two, we're assuming this is Apple earbuds.
It was white. It was an earbud. Yes, it was an Apple.
Apple earbud. AirPod. So New York City.
Also, old guys call them earbuds.
Earbuds. I'm just making sure we're clear that it's Apple.
New York City Apple AirPod.
Okay, Apple AirPod.
And it was a younger person.
Okay, younger person, but I'm sticking with the New York and the Apple. Okay, here's the deal. New York City, and for anybody that's now outside of New York, any New Yorker knows, and maybe most big cities, but particularly New York City, you will do anything to not have to. You know what else you don't want going in your ears other than those dirty AirPods?
The noise of New Yorkers.
The noise of New Yorkers in New York City. This shitty boombox DJ on the subway platform. The screech of the train.
Tibetan monks trying to give you beads that
with
are
ching, ching, ching. The buses going by. The argument. The crazy guy cursing out the...
God, yeah.
Everything. I'll do whatever it takes to not have to hear this in my ear from my commute to wherever I'm going. So I do give grace for that reason, because the times that I have forgotten my AirPods and like, oh my God, and I don't have time to go back, and the dread of going, I have to actually listen and exist. And it's not, I don't want to get any artists out there kiss my patoot with the whole, you should absorb life and bring, no, we don't. No, we don't. I don't need to be inspired. I need to
distracted.
And be distracted from what this is. All right. So I give grace on that. Also, the reason I wanted to make it clear that it was an Apple AirPod, because I have had to rebuy Apple AirPods before. And I'm like, I'm sorry. Am I putting a down payment on a new vehicle? What is happening here?
Yes, very true.
So you do kind of go, you know what?
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Putting it in my ear.
I'm putting it in my ear. Now with the whole extra juice on it, okay, maybe that would depend on how dirty it is. But I have had I have two occasions. I've had an AirPod fall once, and I've done the slow motion bounce where it's headed towards a grate, and
you try to jax it.
I in my mind I try to jax it, but my physical body is like, it's not gonna. No, God will see fit that it will stop before it gets to the grate, and then I will make it.
You have such faith,
and I just watch it, bing, bing, and then bounce on the grate on the
Charles
individual things as I'm slow motion, no, and just watch it go down, lost forever.
And it goes in, down forever.
Of course, gone forever.
That's how the turtles got started.
That's how the turtles. So I've been there and then had to go and get it replaced and whatever. And so there was another time, maybe a few weeks ago, where it fell. And it was the 5-second rule. It didn't do a whole thing. I wasn't looking for it. I saw it.
On the street?
Yeah, like on the sidewalk or wherever we were.
Okay.
And I snatched that bad boy, gave it a nice little shirt.
Spit on it, put a little dirt on it.
Blink.
Right back in.
Right back in. That sound that it makes when all the noise.
Yeah.
That's what I want
The
to hear.
sound of the elevator in Severance?
Yeah.
So you've done this.
Yes.
Now,
Yes.
when I see it bouncing and hopping and whatever, I am literally looking at a homeless man peeing right there, a dog shitting right there, a crazy person spitting right there, puddles being split, whatever, all of the juice of life juice, all just being like, it's like a magnet. It's just picking up little bits of death, right? And it's just there have been times, dude, where I get a water or a soda or something, not a soda, but a seltzer, a bubbly water.
Yeah.
I don't like soda, but walking around and I open it and the lid falls and it goes pling, 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 pling. And it's like, oh my God, please land on the top.
Well, yeah.
Please land this thing up.
Yeah, of course.
And it would land bottom and I just go right to the local trash can and just throw it out and go, I got to go get a new one.
Yeah.
I can't. But what am I protecting?
That's my next question.
Who am I?
Listen.
I probably already got brainworm.
They probably already got brainworm. That's the thing.
RFK has it.
You said the thing with the, what if we put a microscope under it and see all the things? What if you put a microscope over everything?
I heard if you put a microscope on your phone, it's worse than the toilet.
Yeah, of course it is.
Because
of course it is. What are we doing? What are we talking about?
Now, a point you made in the beginning that I will tell you, you're dead on balls, is New York City.
Yeah.
If I'm walking around my yard and I drop a earbud, I go, oh, look at that, a little ladybug and a caterpillar having sex on it. I don't get bloop, right in my ear. It's the New York funk.
Yeah.
It's the subway. It's the airport. I've seen it happen at the airport 1,000 times where somebody drops an earbud, 3 people kick it.
Yeah.
And then he goes over and goes, beep, bloop. NPR now in my ear. And I'm like, bro, at least I think there's a middle ground. Okay. Somewhere there's some sanitizer. Somewhere there's a swab. Just swab it for
Swab it, sure.
Just let me see you try. Your shirt's dirty. Your hands are gross. Just swab for the people around you. You know?
I guess.
Grosses
I don't know.
me out. When I wash my hands and then I shake someone's hands, it's countdown to when can I wash my hands again.
Of course.
I hate people and I hate germs.
I'll shake someone's hands, but it's only countdown to if I am eating something or if I get ready to blah, blah, blah. Other than that, I'm living life. I shake your hand, I shake their hand.
A clock starts. It's a gross thing. Yeah. But anyway, wipe your earbuds. Folks, have you had this happen? And if you saw, what's the gross thing you've seen that you're like, I can't believe people put that back in their ear?
I mean, I'm sure there's things where I'm just like, I can't believe. Like, I have a limit. But other than that, there's a nice spectrum of just living life and going, you know what? It is what it is. Screw it.
It's so close to your brain.
Yeah.
It's like putting like a shit at the end of your burrito. And you're eventually going to just bite shit. If you just had a poop at the tail end of your burrito and you went at it, eyes closed.
All right.
All right.
For crying out loud.
It is, cell phones harbor a significant amount of bacteria, with some studies estimating over 25,000 somethings per square inch. Recent research found approximately 17,032 bacterial gene copies in the phones of secondary students. I don't know what that means. This makes them dirtier than most toilet seats.
Yeah.
You want to know what I heard that shame on me for not thinking of this as, my crazy germaphobe brain? When you go to a public toilet and you cover it with toilet paper.
Oh yeah.
Toilet paper's dirtier than porcelain because things live on paper longer than they live on porcelain. Could be an old wives' tale. I don't know if our fact checker can check it, but I think porcelain is safer than toilet paper.
And I'm over here going, meh.
I'll just rub my balls on
Whatever.
it. All right.
I'm for a, you know what I am? I'm for a, wherever we are collectively as a society,
Hell.
I move. That's fine. I move along with society. If we all collectively go as a society, you know what? The toilet tissue, no more. We're doing this, and this is blah blah blah. All right,
Okay.
cool. But I'm not the first one over the hill going. I read that. Blah blah blah. I'm just like,
I think you just made fun of me.
Blah, blah, blah. Actually, according to my research,
Porcelain itself is relatively easy to clean. Toilet paper, even when used as a seat cover, can be more prone to harboring bacteria. So just raw dog it when you're at the airport.
see, I can't rewire my brain to do that.
LaGuardia Terminal C.
No, I can't do
Buns
that.
up, baby.
No way.
I also do carry 3 different types of wipes. I have my hiney wipes, right?
Uh-huh.
My baby wipes for my poop.
Mm-hmm.
And then I've got alcohol hand wipes that I will sanitize the surface with.
Uh-huh.
And then I'll, I got another wipe for the seat on the airplane.
Yeah. I dated a girl who she was very big on that. Like we'll go on trips or whatever, and she's cleaning that bad boy down.
Mm.
She's pulling out Lysol.
I like this girl.
Yeah, I don't.
She's
That wasn't her bad quality.
That
I
wasn't
can
her
list the
bad
bad
quality.
ones.
I've
I've
lost feeling in my tips of my fingers in cold weather, and I think it's because of Lysol wipes. So
This
live and learn.
episode sponsored by Lysol wipes.
Yeah, wear gloves. Charlie. Let me just say one thing. Can I take it? Can I make a take here? And
Sure.
you tell me. The other day I was presented with a drink that brought me back to a time of nostalgia that I hated when I was a boy, and I hate it as an old boy now.
Okay.
Capri Suns can eat a hard one.
All right. Well, that's it, everybody. We can shut this whole thing down.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Why? You're pro Sun?
Turn the lights out.
I hate Capri
I've
Sun.
never met someone talk ill of Capri Sun. Never.
Are you out of your mind?
Never.
Okay, let me tell you something. You're presented with a perfectly nice square top lid of a juice box that you can plunk a straw into, no problem. Or you have this pouch, this dumb, let's make juice different and put it in a pouch
Mm-hmm.
that looks like a Mylar, like a space blanket.
That's right. NASA.
And you got, NASA bag of juice, and you got to yank this straw off of it without penetrating the bag. And then you got to somehow, through the sheer laws of physics as a 9-year-old, squeeze the bag enough to get like the hole that you're supposed to punch like protruded enough to get the straw through without squeezing juice through the straw.
Yes.
Number one.
Uh-huh.
Also, and you don't you're just now stabbing your hand with and the straw had a sharp point at the bottom, like freaking Abraham Lincoln's pen.
That was the point.
But why
Literally.
the hell? Why do would you choose the Capri Sun over the juice box?
I would.
You're out of your yes, shut the lights off now.
I'm not saying the juice box is bad, but you're throwing the Capri Sun out with the baby water.
I'm throwing the baby, I'm throwing the bath water, I'm throwing the Capri Sun and the straw
First of
in
all,
a dumpster fire.
the juice box, I mean, look, the juice box is classic. I'm never going to shit on a juice box. It is what it is.
Well, why do that when you have a toilet?
Touche.
Touche.
Or tushy.
She.
You could now if you weren't careful with the juice box, you also could squeeze it in and get whoop and stuff come flying out everywhere if you didn't know what you were doing. If you would have to hold it on the
Really?
sides, sometimes you'd hold it on the wide parts and then whoopsie, the juice everywhere. So you'd have to hold it on the sides and down. But that's beside the point. The point is, with the Capri Sun, first of all, you're getting more juice. Second of all, top tier juice. Top tier juice. It wasn't just orange. And shout out to High C. I'm not going bad on High C.
Hawaiian
but
Punch?
It wasn't just fine. Hawaiian Punch was great back in the day, but this was the first fusion of mango berry, waka waka, whatever the fudge. All right. I mean, this was like, what nectar are they getting this juice from? And you had to be nice with it. You just had to learn how to do it.
I feel you like you nerds that were good at math liked Capri Sun because you could figure out the pouch. I'm a woodworker, man. I don't got time for like caressing. What am I making ceramics?
Make love to it.
No, I'm
Come
not.
on.
I want to pop and drink. I'm thirsty, baby. I got a game to play.
Man.
I'm about to be called back in for bombardment, and you got me trying to. What am I, a jeweler over here? I'm trying to blood diamond some friggin' juice out?
Yeah, man.
Forget it.
Put the little thing on a little
The
scalpel.
monocle, the Mr. Peanut
put the
thing?
monocle on and get in there.
My hot take, Capri Sun, dead to me.
I don't
And
agree.
the juice, listen, I don't care if it's the greatest juice. I don't care if it's bee jizz, okay? It's the most beautiful thing. I don't know what I'm talking about. It makes me so frustrated. I can't even think of what I'd want to drink. You said nectar. I thought bees.
And jizz, of course, naturally.
You know, yeah, jizz and when you're a kid, you don't know. You drink anything.
Yeah, sure.
But I don't care if it's the greatest thing in the world in that stupid fucking Mylar bag. I got to stab at it.
Yeah.
I will say gold, silver, bronze. Juice box gets the gold. Stupid milk cartons with their dumb
origami
back and forth. Fucking, does she like me? Does she not? And you got to pull it out, and now you're drinking out of it's coming out of both sides.
Yeah,
that's silver. Capri Sun gets the bronze.
Here's how great Capri Suns are, and how much the pouches are beloved. They not too long ago came out with like 16-ounce bottles, like with the caps
of Capri Sun.
Of Capri Sun. Disgusting.
Everyone was like, bring back the bag.
What is this? Too much.
Yeah.
Nobody asked for this. 20 ounce of Capri Sun in a bottle. Are you insane? Give us the pouch.
I feel like I'm walking around with a colostomy bag. Okay. Like, why do I have to drink out of like it's a Rubik's Cube of beverages? I don't like it. Listen, you put Capri Sun juice in a juice box, I will sign a contract. Okay. You put Gatorade in a Capri Sun pouch, I am never drinking Gatorade again. I hated that pouch. I hated that straw. I wasn't good at small things, Charles.
I'm just saying, it looked cooler.
I don't give a shit.
It looked cooler. The commercials were amazing. You turned into liquid like T-Top 2000, like the Terminator.
You never had a problem. You could pop and go.
I'm not even saying I never had a problem with it. I did.
It was worth it.
It was worth it to be, and you felt cool. You felt cool.
Not me. I was too cool for school. I was going, give me, look at that roar.
Look how cool that looks. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Tell me that doesn't look cool.
You said we were getting more juice too. Is that true?
It looks like it. I mean, those high C's were like this.
You were, you know what?
Give me the ounce.
Can I tell you what you did? You drank the Capri Sun Kool-Aid.
I did. I drank the Kool-Aid.
You love Capri
How much
Sun.
did we get in a pouch versus how much we get in a high C juice box?
Both fruit flavored drinks. High C generally has more sugar per ounce than Capri Sun.
Yeah, ounces, fluid ounces or whatever.
Oh, wait, no.
Wait.
While Capri Sun does contain sugar, it often boasts a higher percentage of fruit juice content, which may, okay.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
So not only that, it has more juice.
What was the size of a juice box? Juicy juice.
Juicy juice.
Juicy juice sucked. Juicy juice was for hippies.
You know what's fun? And what was funny? I'll buy juicy juice now because it's cheaper.
Yeah.
I'll go through the aisle and I'll be like, juicy juice is only like, $3 compared to $7 for Capri Sun.
Juicy juice was like the dinosaur for Whole Foods. You got to get faster fingers over there.
Capri. I'm gonna find. I'm right.
I bet. But you want to know something? Juicy juice. I'll take a juice I hate in a juice box over juice I love in a stupid space pouch. Because I don't need to prove anything to anybody. That was like, those kids that like doing this in front of people, like pouch with nothing, you don't spill any.
Yeah.
You're the kids that were doing like Zippo tricks and shit later in life. Popping Zippos and lighting stuff with your life. That was at least.
Yeah.
Maybe not you.
No, but
You grew up
I
right.
see where you're going with this.
We got a call. And what was the number again, Charles? Do you remember?
478-690
No.
4690
No.
0690. See?
Old freaky Capri Sun over here. 478-420-0690.
That's what I said.
No, you didn't. We got a phone call, and the message is, you got it? Play it.
Do y'all remember Kross? Those kids that were all younger than us that used to wear the pants backwards? And I never wore my pants backwards. I thought that was pretty not efficient, looks uncomfortable, but I love those kids. I love their songs. How can you hate? Jump,
The Mac
jump.
Daddy make you
The Mac Dad'll make you.
jump, jump.
Jump, jump.
The Daddy Mac will make
The
you
Daddy Mac will make
jump,
you.
jump. Kross will make
Jump,
you
jump, because Kross will
jump,
make you.
jump.
Jump,
Uh-huh,
jump.
Uh-huh. Do we remember Kross?
Of course I remember Kross.
I mean, I'm old, but I ain't that old.
Kross was the first album that I ever bought with my own money.
Get out.
Yeah, Kross.
The miggity,
Totally crossed
Mac
out.
Daddy. Yeah, they were on the cover like this
Mhm.
with their pants on backwards.
And their
we were
shirts
like-
and their jerseys on
and their
backwards.
jerseys on backwards. Did you do that?
No, I may have did it for fun, like, but I never actually did that like in a serious way and like walked around or tried to go to school. Maybe like for like Halloween, or maybe we did. I remember we did like some type of dress up in like whatever grade I was in. But yeah, no, I never actually tried to do that in a serious way.
Like go to school, like go downstairs for breakfast.
Like, this
and,
is what I'm
like,
doing
No,
now.
Mom,
Yeah.
this is me now.
This is me now.
I'm
like
Kross.
No, that never. And I love their music. I was huge fans as a kid, but I never. That was never a thing that I was like, I'm gonna do this now.
I'm gonna wear my pants backwards.
Pants backwards.
I remember me and my buddy Kriss at a party.
Ironically,
Tried to wear our pants backwards, and I went and put my shorts on backwards, and I realized I don't look cool
yeah.
wearing my pants backward. I don't look cool wearing my pants forward, let alone wearing them backward. Like, there's just something about, they got to be like baggy, they got to be like big. Like, I had dumb like shorts that fit.
That was and even as a child, I remember saying to myself, "Oh, this is clearly a marketing ploy."
That was the first time. It's the first album you bought and your first class in economics.
I looked at it and I was like, "This isn't a real thing that they do."
Totally.
They weren't discovered walking around the mall with their pants on backwards and their shirts backwards. This is clearly like I get what they're doing. I'm not going to do this, but the music is great.
There was an executive at whatever record label that goes, "Kids, you're decent at rap."
Yeah.
But kids are gonna love you because you're gonna wear your pants backwards.
Yeah, how are we gonna make you guys stand out?
Kriss and Kross are in the elevator later going like, are we really gonna do this? Yeah, pants backwards.
Jermaine Dupri.
So you gotta pee with your pants all the way down when you wear them backwards because there's no zipper or button fly on the back.
That's right. You gotta do a whole thing.
Yep. And you're not, I mean, it's a that was Jermaine Dupri.
Jermaine Dupri. Yeah.
Which one was he? Kriss or Kross?
No, Jermaine Dupri is the producer.
He found him?
Yeah. He found them. He's a
how old and white
legendary
do I
hip hop
sound?
producer. He produced the Brat, Escape, Jagged Edge. He produced a bunch of stuff from Mariah Carey. He's in the Songwriter Hall of Fame. Yeah. Big time rap mogul.
I remember who Jermaine Dupri was.
Yeah.
I just didn't know. I thought maybe he was Kriss or Kross.
No,
I don't know.
No.
He's way older.
He was way older, but he's very short. So at the time that they were Kross, they were probably the same height. Shout out to producer Yaddio over there.
That needs to sit in the room where we're recording with bells going on. Thank you guys so much for Kriss Kross will make you jump.
We'll make you jump.
I'll rock that tune any day, cutting my lawn or shoveling my driveway. But
they're great. I missed the bus. Slept on banger.
Sick tune.
Yeah.
B-side, we'd call
B-side.
it in the rock and roll world.
B-side.
Did you guys wear your pants backwards? I hope not, because you're not Kriss Kross. They literally should have been the only. I don't remember that being like a takeoff thing.
That's what I'm saying. That's how you know it was you knew it was a marketing play. Nope, none of my friends, nobody was doing this. It was
Nobody
just
did
like,
this. Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the Daddy Mac will thank you for watching and come back again with us soon. And as always,
Stay young, folks.